And I'm tired of it. I am sick, my brother, my father. Funeral homes, funeral directors across this city, across this state. This is not just happening in Chicago. This is happening in Atlanta, Philadelphia, California. It's happening everywhere. What are we as a society going to do to help stop this? It's been upsetting for us, for my father, other funeral homes in the city. For some reason, I feel this just started happening. I mean, this is the new trend or something. Years ago, we would unfortunately have a victim of a homicide, and they were the most peaceful funerals. You know, it was the other families that were the uncles and the aunts, like the Hatfields and McCoys. They were the ones that would have the fights and things like that. But the person who was the victim of a gunshot, the funerals were quiet, just no problems. But for some reason this year, last year, maybe COVID is a part of it. This is what's happening at these funeral services. And we can only do so much. When we know that there's going to be a funeral at our funeral home for a victim of a homicide, we call the police. And most of the time they graciously send a car to sit out front of the funeral home, and we thank the police for that, and that's what happened today. So from what I understand, the shooting took place right in front of the police. So what else can we do? You know what I mean? The police are out front. We've called and we've let everybody know, we've let the family know that we're gonna have the police outside. Are you okay with that? They say yes. The police are outside and this happens. What else can we do?
You seem very upset.
I'm very upset. I mean, where you can't see that name? That's my name on that building. And when things like that happen in front of my place, that affects my name, my brother's name. My son, who's 19, who hopefully will take over this place one day. It affects him. Chicago, put the guns down. You all are ending generational, you're ending generations of history, so to speak. That is an institution. This is an institution. We have done what we're supposed to do. Everybody says you're supposed to take care of your neighborhood. Heck, we bought the whole block. We're doing what we're supposed to do. Everybody else, you need to do your part. We're doing our best.
And that these services and what your father and what your family has been doing for decades now, trying to allow the deceased to have dignity, allow those who are grieving to grieve, that you are trying to do that in this environment.
Yes.
How does that sit with you?
It's very hard. And not only are we doing it, we accept the crime victims' compensation, where families who lose a loved one to a victim of crime, when they come to us, we do not charge the family. We wait a year, 2 years, sometimes even more to get paid. So, you know, it's only so much that we can do. And yes, it does affect us. It affects this whole community. This 79th and Cottage Grove, I mean, this is my life here. I grew up going to that store right there, getting some potato chips and juice. My breakfast would come from that store, right? Because I would get to work and I would have pancakes with the butter in the mix already. You know, this is my life here. These folks who are doing this are destroying lives, not just with a gunshot, but emotionally and mentally and physically. And I'm tired of it. I am sick, my brother, my father. Funeral homes, funeral directors across this city, across this state. This is not just happening in Chicago. This is happening in Atlanta, Philadelphia, California. It's happening everywhere. What are we as a society going to do to help stop this? You say you blame the police? I don't blame the police. The police can only do so much. It's society. Society has to come together along with the police and end this problem? Is it jobs? Is it housing? Is it mental health? It's something. I know it can be done. I know it can be done. I pray every morning. I pray every morning. There's next to my bed, there's my carpet is worn because that's where my knees go every morning when I'm praying for my family, my business, our city. Stop the shooting. Stop the killing. It can be done if we all work together and do it collectively.